Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Nurabida Istiqomah, and here I'm going to explain about syllabus. So, what is syllabus? There are many definitions of the term syllabus in literature. Educationalists differentiate between two terms, namely syllabus and curriculum. Robertson, as cited in Yelden 1987, states that curriculum includes the goals, objectives, content, processes, resources, and means of evaluation of all the learning experiences planned for, for pupils both in and out of the school, and community through classroom instruction and related programs. Robertson defines syllabus as a statement of the plan for any part of the curriculum, excluding the element of curriculum evaluation itself. Robertson concludes that syllabuses should be viewed in the context of an ongoing curriculum development process. The second opinion is come from Hutchinson and Waters. A syllabus is a document which says what will, or at least what should be learned. But in fact, there are several different ways in which a syllabus can be defined. This stems from the fact that the statement of what will be learned phases through several different stages before it reaches its destination in the mind of the learners. Each stage on its route imposes a further layer of interpretation. After we know about the syllabus, now we are going to explain syllabus in ESP. The aim of ESP courses is to equip the learners with a certain English proficiency level for a situation where the language is going to be used. As example, target needs. Any decision made in designing language teaching programs in ESP context should hinge on the learner's needs for learning English. Therefore, the ESP syllabus content should be carefully justified in terms of relevance and motivational potential for the learners. Now, according to the White opinion 1988, White classifies language syllabus types into content-based, skill-based, and method-based syllabi. The first two being represented by the propositional paradigm and the later by the process paradigm as shown in figure 1. So, we can see in the figure 1 there are three parts of basis of language syllabi: the content, skill, and method. And each part will be divided into several parts. In the implementation, the three classifications come to the light of various types of syllabus.
Now I'd like to explain about the functional syllabus. It is a syllabus in which the content of the language teaching is a collection of the functions that are performed when language is used. Functional syllabus is organized around communicative functions, such as identifying, reporting, correcting, describing, and so forth. The chief emphasis of the syllabus is upon the communicative purpose of the language, like functions. In other words, the content of the language teaching is a number of the functions that are performed on using the language. Function can be exemplified by instances such as inviting, requesting, agreeing, apologizing. Dan silabus ini menitik beratkan perhatian pada fungsi-fungsi komunikatif bahasa yang dijadikan sebagai landasan dalam pemilihan dan pengurutan materi pelajaran. Nah, tujuan pembelajaran bahasa dideskripsikan dalam bentuk fungsi-fungsi komunikatif yang dibutuhkan oleh siswa, seperti mengundang ke pesta ulang tahun, meminta informasi, meminta maaf, menyatakan pendapat, memberikan petunjuk, berterima kasih, dan meminta pertolongan, seperti waktu SMP ya, ada seperti ini. Nah, juga penetapan fungsi-fungsi itu dipengaruhi terhadap pemilihan dan pengurutan materi pelajaran yang berupa gramatika dan bentuk-bentuk bahasa yang digunakan untuk mengungkapkan fungsi-fungsi tersebut. Dengan kata lain, pemilihan dan pentahapan fungsi-fungsi komunikatif dilakukan setelah tujuan pembelajaran ditetapkan. Barulah diikuti oleh penetapan bentuk-bentuk bahasa yang sesuai dan tepat. Ini menunjukkan bahwa model silabus fungsional tidak menolak keberadaan dan keberartian materi gramatikal dalam pembelajaran bahasa, tetapi penyajiannya terpadu mengikuti fungsi-fungsi komunikatif bahasa yang sedang dibahas. Karena sifatnya yang berada di luar aspek kebahasaan, fungsi-fungsi komunikatif bahasa yang merupakan materi inti dari keseluruhan, tetapi tetap tidak meninggalkan aturan-aturan gramatikal.
Hello, my name is Susinur Amalia and I will continue the explanation about the function syllabus. And now I'd like to explain about the characteristics of function syllabus. Every syllabus must have their own characteristics, whether positive characteristics or negative characteristics. And here is positive characteristics from function syllabus. First, increasing the usefulness of language instruction. This kind of syllabus can help students develop their overall ability to function in a new language. And two, information about language use. Students will have more experience with and knowledge about which linguistics forms do what in the new language. And third, reflect more comprehensive view of language. And four, can link to other types of syllabus contents. And five, provide convenient framework for the design of teaching materials. And there is negative characteristics from function syllabus. First, no clear criteria for selecting grading function. Two, represent an atomistic approach to language. Third, students have considerable gaps in their grammatical competence. Fourth, represent of a simplistic view of communicative competence. Five, lead to a phrase book approach to teaching that concentrates on teaching expression.
Hello, my name is Divya Fitriani from 4A class. Now, I'd like to give the explanation about this part, that is the advantages and disadvantages of functional syllabus. As you can see in the PowerPoint, the advantages from functional syllabus for the first is sociolinguistic perspective. So it recognizes the speaker must have a real purpose for speaking. So what is your purpose for using the language? Is it to offer something, to ask something, to convince, or invite someone? So whatever it is, you must have something to talk about. Do not using the language without purpose. Jadi, salah satu keuntungan dari adanya silabus fungsional ini dalam sociolinguistic perspective itu, speaker, pembicara itu akan mempunyai real purpose, tujuan yang utama, tujuan yang nyata dalam berbicara. Apakah itu untuk menawarkan sesuatu, menanyakan, meyakinkan, atau mengundang seseorang. So, next, linguistic perspective, oral and written communication. So it means that the functional syllabus will help learners at each level acquire a reasonable basic knowledge of the phonological, grammatical, and the lexical subsystems of the language, as well as the ability to use this in the actual communication. Jadi, silabus fungsional ini akan membantu komunikasi secara lisan dan tertulis, sehingga pada setiap tingkat ya memperoleh pengetahuan dasar juga tentang subsistem fonologis, gramatikal, dan leksikal bahasa, serta kemampuan untuk menggunakannya dalam komunikasi yang sebenarnya. Next, educational perspective. It will enable teachers to exploit psycholinguistic, linguistic, and educational principles. Jadi, silabus ini akan memungkinkan nih para guru untuk memberikan pemahaman mendalam prinsip-prinsip psikolinguistik, sosiolinguistik, dan linguistik, serta dapat juga mengembangkan secara alami dari metodologi pengajaran yang ada, serta juga memperkenalkan kembali materi, tata bahasa, topik, dan budaya. And the last one is psycholinguistic perspective. Jadi are often arranged according to levels and needs targeted. So it must be always be responsive and relevant to learners. Jadi untuk keuntungan dari segi psycholinguistic perspektif ini, salah satunya adalah seringkali diatur dengan tingkatan dan kebutuhan yang ditargetkan. Jadi, functional syllabus ini akan tanggap dan relevan dengan peserta didik. So, I will giving my explanation about the disadvantages of functional syllabus. So, for the first is in course design. The idea of functions and notions of language are not clearly definable. So it means that the application of functional syllabus, the designers always encounter difficulties during the selection of the content. Jadi analisis kebutuhan itu adalah langkah yang penting ya sebelum mendesain konten yang masuk ke dalam silabus fungsional tersebut. Tapi terkadang memang terdapat kesulitan dalam melakukan analisis kebutuhan peserta didik yang mendalam dalam situasi kehidupan yang nyata. Jadi itu merupakan salah satu disadvantage dari functional syllabus ini. And then the second is nature of language. Communication doesn't just refer to functions and notions. So there is a basic assumption of functional syllabus that can be sometimes misleading. In fact, the functional syllabus also assume that language can be broken down into discrete components, various functions and notions that can be taught separately. Jadi ada sifat bahasa ya. Komunikasi tidak hanya mengacu pada fungsi dan pengertian. Dan juga terdapat asumsi dasar pada silabus fungsional yang bisa salah paham gitu. Padahal silabus fungsional ini pada kenyataannya juga mengasumsikan bahwa bahasa dapat dipecah menjadi komponen, berbagai fungsi dan pengertian yang dapat diajarkan secara terpisah. And then the last one is language teaching and learning. Grammatical structures elicited by functions syllabus thought appear in an unsystematically order. So the disadvantage of functional syllabus is dissatisfactions and problems unanswered to language teachers and learners. Important grammatical structures might not be touched by the functions and notions included in the syllabus, which might lead to low grammatical competence of the learners. So, jadi struktur tata bahasa yang penting tidak tersentuh oleh fungsi dan gagasan yang masuk dalam silabus tersebut. Jadi menyebabkan rendahnya kompetensi tata bahasa atau grammar peserta didik. That's enough for me. Thank you.